Yo, what is up, Crockxen clan members, Poke fans, and others who have stumbled upon this video? I'm SoresanCrockxen. Today we're doing an X and Y episode review. We are covering episode 8 today. But before we get started, just a quick announcement. I'll be doing a live stream tonight on twitch.tv/SoresanCrockxen. I'll leave a link in the description. You guys can follow me and all that stuff. I'll also be posting a video later tonight before I go live. So you guys can check it out and be there. So I hope to see you guys there. But anyways, so the X and Y episode 8 was basically the Furfrou episode, where we get to see the whole the concept, the grooming of the Furfrou type of thing. Now this episode actually kind of reminded me of the old school from Generation 1, where they have the beauty salon stuff. They kind of reminded me of that. Except for that one was more of a actually just massaging the Pokemon, just making it feel good. Whereas this one is actually using Jesse's concept of changing the way the Pokemon looks for beauty, which I mean it's a thing because in the games that's the way it was. Like Furfrou was the main Pokemon, but you do that. So in this episode we get introduced Jessica, who is trying to become a Pokemon stylist, but because of her lack of skill and her lack of confidence, her Furfrou actually does not allow it, or just won't allow it. She's like, no, no, you can't groom me, because it tends to run away every time that Jessica tries to groom it. Now, because due to this in the episode, that's how she gets to meet the gang. The Furfrou jumps over a bush and actually ends up knocking down Bonnie, which scrapes her knees, and but she's all good, right? And then Jessica shows up, meets the gang. She tells them the story, and then we get a Bonnie sequence, because she's like, there, you can take care of my brother. And I'm like, whoa. So like this, like I said, this was actually funny. Like it was funny when she said it because, like I said, you need this, you need the spacing, you need the spacing for this gag. So they need to do that with Clemens really bad. Um, it was funny. I laughed. Bonnie is just adorable. Like I actually like her a lot. Like I will keep saying she is the better version of Max. Like she's a million times better than Max. I will say that every day that I can because it's true. But anyways, so and it was just amazing. Obviously the little awkward scenario. They end up going to the place where she's like I guess learning to be a polka stylist. That's where they meet the famous Barry, who is actually well known around Kalos. Like he's actually the guide for when they, if you get to the city, you gotta see this man because he's amazing at what he does. Like he's basically a celebrity. And that's what Serena ends up saying and calling him. Like, oh my gosh, you. He's like, no, no, man. He literally, like, he's humble. I actually like that because usually stylists can be really annoying or, think way too highly of themselves. Of course, this is Pokemon, so I shouldn't have expected anything less. But anyways, so he does that, and he's actually styling Pokemon. Now, because, obviously Jessica has been unsuccessful in styling her Furfrou, um, he's like, you know what? Mm, just take it easy, Like it's not something you just jump into. So I mean, I like the fact that he, even though he is this famous guy, he was actually giving her advice. I mean, she is like he's kind of like her mentor. So I'm glad that that was a thing. Like you don't like no, you're not a failure. Like you just it just takes time. Just take it easy. And then he like tells her to go show them the city, which they promptly do. And then we again another reference to Generation One. Team Rocket has their own styling salon kind of thing, and they try to sell that Jessica the Jesse that Jesse is a famous stylist and all that stuff. Like they do like the whole awards and like amazing and showing her work basically, which is basically Wobble Fed doing stuff. Um, and then they're like, okay, so we can do your Pikachu, and Ash is like, no, not really. I mean, Pikachu looks just fine the way he is, which is amazing because literally that's the same thing as in the past. Like, no, Pikachu stays the way he is. Um, and then so Bonnie decides to ask Serena to do Fennekin, and he's like, yeah, sure, why not? And then she brings out Fennekin, and they take the Fennekin, and then they're like, okay, so we need an hour for us to style this because this is hush hush, you can't see it, nobody can see it. Which Serena's like, oh man, I really wanted to see it, but obviously they have no sense of style. So, but anyways, so they leave and then they go to the park where Officer Jenny. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. But Officer Jenny's like putting a poster, which is it's those wanted posters. And then it's like, oh, Officer Jenny, and then they do the whole like Officer Jenny, like there's a bunch of them, they all look the same kind of thing. Um, and then she starts talking about the con artists, and of course people in the poster are Team Rocket, which is weird because she starts saying how they've been conning people, saying that they're these great, like they open a stylist salon, and then they trick people into going and giving their Pokemon, and they just split. Um, which I don't know how that worked, considering we just found out. I don't Pokemon logic, anime logic. We'll just leave it there. So they go back to the shop, and everything like it's just a mess. It's all everything that was meant to be for styling is gone. And then Furfrou is actually the one that saves the day by finding them, and then they're gonna catch it, but then Ash shows up and all this stuff, and then freaking Officer Jenny surprised me because she freaking pulled out a magnetic out of nowhere, and I'm like, whoa, where'd that come from? And then she fights, and I gotta say, even though this is Goofy Team Rocket, Jenny's Inkay is actually pretty decent. I hope that he evolves. I really do because he's actually the most competent battler James has had since no, wait. I think since Cacnea, yeah. No, somewhere around there. I mean, the point is, Inkay is actually pretty decent for in Team Rocket standards, at least. Like he's pretty good. Um, so I hope that he at least evolves it or something. But anyways, so the fight between Magnetric and Inkay ensued, and Inkay was putting in work. Like he actually managed to completely destroy. I mean, not really, but incapacitate the Magnetric because by using Psybeam, he actually got to Confusion. Wait, that Magnetric couldn't do anything. And then Ash was like, "It's okay, I got this." And then he's like, sends out Pikachu, and then he's doing work, and then Pikachu gets blinded by the ink, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, no, 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 please, no, please, no, please." And then, oh my gosh, Ash, where have you been? Jesus Christ, this man just put in work, because he was leading Pikachu like crazy. Like he's like saying like, "Okay, dodge left, dodge right, jump up, Thunderbolt there, jump this way." So Iron Shell, like he's literally putting in commands like just a boss. At this point, I'm like, where was this Ash at? Where was this Ash in Gen 4, Gen 5, where he was complete garbage? Like this was incredible. Like it was just amazing how he just straight up just was guiding Pikachu. He was literally Pikachu's eyes. They actually say that. Like, oh my, I can't believe Ash is amazing. Ash is amazing. Like he's literally being Pikachu's eyes. Not only that, Ash was battling two Pokemon at once, and he was still guiding Pikachu through all that, and Pikachu was just being a boss. Like this is the Ash that we needed. This is where has he been? Where has he been? Like this is the cool Ash. The cool Ash is back. So he's actually putting in work, and then like he's dealing with the Wobbuffet and dealing with Inkay, and he's just hitting them and dodging. Oh. Man, I'm tired. I'm sorry. But he's so it's really crazy. And then Jessie actually pulls. I don't know how the heck she made that possible, but she was able to go around and actually like capture the Furfrou with one of their fancy gadgets. And then Jessie goes, "I know Furfrou," and then they try to smash it. And then Clement gets or Bonnie actually tells Clement to do something, so he brings out Bunnelby, and then it's like Mudshot dig kind of thing, and then Jessica's actually over there trying to break the thing, and Jessica gets shocked. It's an electric field, and then for some freaking reason, I don't know how the heck that worked, but she freaking breaks it with a branch, And I'm like, what? This thing is so highly advanced, and you're telling me you can break it with a freaking branch? That was retarded. But I don't even care. The thing is though that they managed to save the Furfrou, and the Furfrou took out Team Rocket with a chargement, which completely came out of left field. They got the Pokeballs, they left, and now because Furfrou actually trusts Jessica now because she risked her life to save it, she allowed her to groom with it, and then she did the whole heart shape. And I was actually a little upset about that because I was hoping that they were actually going to show us how they did that. Because in the games, I mean, yeah, you see the person styling the Furfrou with the scissors and everything. But you never see anything like it's not animated because limited game. So I was hoping they were going to show you actually styling, like because all they show you is brushing the fur. They actually show you her cutting the hair and cutting, or not the hair, the fur, and styling it and everything. Stupid freaking laptop. So I don't know. I was hoping for that. I really was. Um, but anyways, I guess I don't know. That's it for this episode. I'm really excited. The next episode, I believe, the next episode is the because we're heading to Lumion City, but the next episode is the Clemont episode where he's battling the gym to recapture it. I'm really excited. I like Clement. I personally do. I just think his gag is really it's really lame now. So I hope that they give us a break before the next one. I'm just saying. But anyways, guys, that's it for this review. Thank you guys for watching. I hope to see you guys in the live stream tonight. I really do. So we'll see you there. But anyways, this has been SoresanCrockxen with an X and Y episode review. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later.